Hello again, good friends. Brian from Apex Detail. This is yet another segment of Mail Call. This is where I can answer questions that come in from emails, messages, text messages, questions down in the comments section. We're here to take care of them today. Let's get started. Gary Schultz. He saw in the video of IGLF4, the graphene coating polish, that we removed 0.05 of a mil when we demonstrated that polish on the clear coat. He has a Nissan, it's troubled, the clear coat is troubled, but he doesn't want to remove a lot of the clear because he realizes how important having as much clear left behind is to his base coat. And he has the Turtle Wax Hybrid Solutions polish and some other ones, and he wants to know how much clear it will remove. And that really all depends on the pad that's chosen. All of those are pad dependent, meaning if you use a Eurofiber 50/50 pad, you'll get a little bit of cut, probably that will be recognized by an instrument that I used in the video. If you use a very light pad, like a foam polishing pad, you probably won't even get anything registered on any of the meters removed from the clear coat. So whatever you use, just remember, it's pad dependent. So if you want to use something that probably won't register anything removed from a clear coat, use a fine, soft polishing pad or finishing pad, maybe from Buff and Shine, for example. Or you can go the route of the Eurofiber 50/50 pad and get a little bit of the clear coat removed, but that'll take care of, I'd say, 60–70% of the imperfections you're trying to remove. I hope that helps, but just remember, it's all pad dependent. Next question comes from Greg DeMaio. He applied G-Technique Crystal Serum to his vehicle, and he wants to know, when it comes to a topper for maintenance, should he stick within the family and just go with C2V3? And that is a great question and a topic I often wanted to address. When it comes to toppers maintenance or stacking, it is best to stay within the family of whatever you have as a base layer of protection on your car. Example, G-Technique, stick with C2V3. IGL, stick with IGL Premier for the topper for their base layer protection, their coatings. For instance, Kamikaze, Overcoat is a great way to top an existing layer of protection of their coating. If you stay within the family, they're formulated to bond, to play well together, and you'll get the most out of your money, the most out of those products. If you start to mingle different product makes and product protection and toppers, you're going to have to experiment, because that's the only way to figure out if they're going to play well together. A lot of the toppers will not even bond to some of the base layers that they're not formulated to play well with. So I hope that helps, and it is really best to stay within excuse me, the family of the base layer that you have for protection. All right, next question goes to Sky Ritchie. He wants to know why I haven't seen the big red sponge in videos lately. Yeah, I still use it. I still use it for maintenance on a lot of cars that come in, cars that really aren't too gritty. In videos and demonstrations, you'll see me use microfibers and twisting to pick up dirt. I'm trying to really get that through to a lot of those just getting into rinseless washing, to pick up that dirt. And it really does save me a lot of time, so I don't have to set up the rinseless wash routine with the bucket and the big red sponge and a little bit of ONR in there. That's just out of necessity to get the video done quicker, but I still use it. I still maintain that it doesn't scratch the heck out of your car if you know how to use it, and if you safely use it using the ONR solution to help release the dirt from the sponge. Yeah, I still use it a lot, actually. Okay, next. Rob Ski 66 wants to know, how do I apply coating or protectant to rubber trim, and what should I use? When it comes to rubber trim, I like to use Tack Moonlight. And you mentioned you've gotten streaks in some of the products you use. With Tack Moonlight, you can apply that to rubber, plastic, any type of trim. And it self-levels, but if you're really kind of in a hurry and sloppily apply it to plastic or rubber, just follow that up with a microfiber towel very lightly. That'll take the high spots off of there, and it will cure to a nice even look. You can use that technique for any of the coatings or products to restore plastic or rubber. Apply it, wait a couple minutes, follow up with a microfiber. You should be absolutely fine. Next, and I will absolutely share this with you, Henry Freeman wants to know how I sell ceramic coating packages to my customers. First of all, it's by telling them the truth, that a ceramic coating is not a cure-all for protection. It's to be used as a sacrificial layer to bump up some gloss and to make cleaning in the future easier for you. They're not impervious to swirls and etching, and I will relay that to the customer, but then let them know how important it is to preserve their paint, because these coatings have UVA, UVB inhibitors. They will make the clear coat harder from 3H to 9H, which makes scratching harder. They're not impervious to scratching, but it's harder to scratch them, and it makes cleaning so much easier. But the look, especially if you provide the right coating to their customer, is unlike any other, especially if it's prepared properly. And I know my preparation, I believe it's second to none. That's just an opinion, though. But with preparation and the proper technique of applying the coating and letting it cure, the look is second to none. And when they put all of that together and realize protecting a car from new, and then looking ahead 5 years and parking that car next to the same car that has the same mileage after 5 years, the car I apply that coating to and it preserves, it's going to be night and day. Their car is going to look like new if properly maintained by me, and the car that's not protected is going to look worn like it should be after 5 years. And that normally, the coating sells itself if you just relay the truth to your customers. I hope that helps. Okay, Mark Kelly wants to know how I decide what type of rotary or dual action polisher I pick for any type of correction. For me, I just grab one that I haven't used for a while. I switch them up because I get tired of using the same old polisher every day. Once you get experience, you can use any polisher to do any job. So for me, I just pick whatever's on the wall nearest to me or what I feel like using that day. And it's really quite true. Depending on what type of job it is, it's going to be dependent on the pad and the liquid you choose, more so than any polisher, dual action, or rotary. So I hope that helps. Pick up a rotary, pick up a dual action polisher, but the important thing to keep in mind is whatever type of clear coat you're working on, it's going to be dependent on that pad and that liquid that you choose. And there's so many out there, so many variations to go. It's going to be completely up to you and what you want to do. You want to do enhancements? Do you want to do one steps? Do you want to do multi-step corrections? That's when that will decide what you pick for pads and liquids. Okay, Pocket Gunner 22 has a Dodge Ram, and the clear is really getting weathered, starting to crack, but he wants to make it at least look better. And what's the best way to take the attention off of imperfections like scratches or cracks or swirls? The best way is to get as much gloss from what's left of the clear without shaving a ton of it off as possible. I get that by using 3D1 or Angel Wax Perfect Polish or maybe Sonex Perfect Finish. The abrasives are, non-aggressive, and when you team that up with a pad like the Eurofiber 50/50 pad or just maybe a Buff and Shine polishing pad, perforated, you can get a lot of gloss out of the surface. The more gloss you can get out of the surface, the more attention it takes away from the imperfections. I hope that makes sense, like cracking and scratches and etching and stuff like that. So it really kind of changes the view of the person looking at your car, and what grabs their attention first will be that gloss. So 3D1, Eurofiber pad, maybe Sonex Perfect Finish, and a Buff and Shine perforated foam pad. That'll help really improve that surface for you. I hope that helps. Next, Joseph Carnevale wants to know what is the best way to prime all types of pads and what to use. Don't overthink it. I use Chemical Guy's pad conditioner. It's just a lubricant for pads. Gets things started, cuts down on friction, also kind of extends polish time depending on what you're working on. You can make it simpler on yourself and just mix up a batch of ONR. That also has lubricants. It lubricates panels for rinseless washes. So it also does well lubricating pads and also extending the working time of polishes. and some of these compounds that really dust and make a lot of work for you. So it's as simple as that. Okay, Justin Wheeler wants to know, he picked up the F4 Renew, the graphene product, and wants to know how to maintain it. That's simple. IGL has a topper for their coatings, which also works really well on the graphene layer, and it's called IGL Premier. I'll try to remember to put a link down below for that. Okay, guys, that's going to do it for today's mail call. Keep them coming in. However you want to do it. Questions down in the comment section. Or email me, and I will get back to you with the answers as soon as I can get a video out. The email to provide those questions to, or send the questions in through, will be down in both the comments section, and I will also pin it in the comments section. So keep them coming. Great questions. You guys are the best. Catch you in the next video. If you are enjoying the content and find it useful, please be sure to like, subscribe, share the content. Hit that notification bell. That'll let you know when we have new videos available.